running, stamina is just annoying, but here's how to take advantage of it. If you stop sprinting at the last second, your bar will recharge way faster than if you run it out. This allows you to start running again at any time during the recharge, which is super useful for escaping danger. With this in mind, here's how to get tons of epic materials without using any tools. Head into the desert and find a brood, then make them charge at you, and they will break anything they run into, including rare minerals. Alternatively, if you're looking for flex wood, craft some boom barrels. These will blow up a ton of cacti in the desert, dropping dozens of wood for you instantly. While we're on the topic of brutes though, farming isn't the only way to take advantage of them. Take high ground against these guys and just pound them full of arrows. It's a surefire way to defeat them without any risk. One of my favorite tricks in this video involves chests. Pretty annoying when you run out of room to place these down, but what if I told you they could be stacked on top of each other? Just put down a 4x8 shelf piece and boom, you have double the storage space. In fact, you don't even have to use chests. There are furniture items like counters, dressers, and cabinets that also work as storage. Not to mention, they look a lot better in your house. Also, make sure to use a smaller counter over the large one. A large has 8 slots instead of 6, but the small one can fit 2 in the same space, giving you 12 total slots. And trust me, if you're just starting out, please make sure your village is placed near a desert biome. It has the best materials, items, and encounters in the game, and having to walk all the way to the desert in late game will ruin you. Move your village closer as early as possible to save so much time. Now you're probably wondering, what's the actual benefit of having villagers? Well, sure, you could give them a job, but what about those that just walk around like Sunflower? Well, actually, they're super useful, helping you fight even the toughest enemies with no problem. If you get attacked at your village, just walk back home and let your residents fight instead. It's not like they could die. And this might sound weird, but if you want to upgrade your village fast, build a ton of grills. This will skyrocket your rating, letting you hit that requirement for the next upgrade level quickly. But if you want to unlock some exclusive items, you'll have to keep upgrading your village all the way to level 7. Not only does it allow you to have more NPCs, but some of these perks are seriously underrated, especially gifts. Once you unlock this, talking to NPCs regularly can give you free recipes for decorations, building pieces, and a ton more. The crafting instructions are actually exclusive to these gifts and even depend on what biome you're settled in, so talk to everyone daily to unlock everything. If you're exploring to find resources to upgrade, make sure you follow rule number 1. Before you set out on an adventure, always take enough wood with you to craft a bed on the go. Make sure to set a respawn point before entering caves, fighting tough enemies, or looting resources that are far away. That way, if anything goes wrong, you spawn to your backpack so you can continue where you left off. Now, if you don't want to travel 100 miles to get into a desert, before you create a world, search up popular seeds. Every world is randomly generated using these numbers, and if someone found a good one, you can type in the exact same code. Another great trick is with the grappler. Yeah, you can make this thing out of Lego, and just like in BR, it has no fall damage, so make sure to use it to your advantage. And if you're used to carrying a torch in your offhand, this tip will make exploring caves even easier. Instead, throw down the torches or place a campfire to light the cave. Now, you can swap it out for a shield to fight way better underground. Once you're heading back home, if you find yourself getting lost, take advantage of the campfire trick. Next time you're at base, place a bunch of them down, and the more smoke trails you have, the easier it'll be to see from far away. Just be sure it's your campfire and not a group of enemies. Scoundrels could randomly spawn, and I gotta say, the loot, it's not the best. But don't leave behind the broken swords. Instead, give them to all your NPCs who will actually use them. If you're wondering how to gift them, simply take them on an adventure and the option appears. But this isn't the only time to use it. Whenever you go out exploring, you should always take a villager on the journey with you. They help fight off creatures, mine resources, and the best part, if they die, they'll just respawn and teleport straight back to you. And you also shouldn't underestimate the secret storage of plants. Garden plots have one space for you to put the seed in, but once you do, it's taken away and left empty. It's a great way to store any valuable items that you don't want your friends getting a hold of. But you will want to talk to your villagers because once your base is high enough level, you can send them on jobs. All they need is the right workbench and they'll come back with tons of resources. If you pay attention to what they have to say, some of them are better at certain jobs than others. For example, any farming related villagers will usually tell you they're better at gardening than other NPCs. So basically just make sure you chat with them and